I am working out of is it two palettes? Yeah, two palettes today. Going back to the Urban Decay Electric palette. If you guys don't have it, it's a great investment. The blue that I'm using is this color right here. It's called Fringe. So I'm going to break everything down in just a moment. And then the other one is the Z palette that I created using my MAC eyeshadows. So I used this color right here as a transition, and then I used Carbon as to kind of darken up the crease. So I'm getting ready to break that down. Good morning to you. Ooh. Okay, just getting a little organized. So, just gonna wait just a few moments for a few more fellow scopers. If you guys haven't already, be sure to share with your friends on social media. Don't forget to keep the heart party going. I appreciate you guys. Good morning, beauty, Jennifer. So, don't forget to do that. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. So, Fridays, I try to do something that is just, you know, funner, something that's a little more bold, vibrant, and I want to do different ways to show you guys how to use color, which is why I'm working on the Urban Decay palette so that you guys can see bright tones and how you can use them. If you have the Coastal Scents 252 palette, there is a color in that palette that is very similar to this color. Unfortunately, I don't know the name because Coastal Scents palette does not have names, but you can play around with different colors and see. Okay, so now that my coffee is giving me life, I will start first with my my primer. So my primer I created, good morning Dominique, is this right here. And I made this base out of the Makeup Forever Flash palette, which I've told you guys about. It's no different than if you guys were to use a green eyeshadow primer, or if you use something called, let's see if I can find it. It's by Lime Crime. It's called an eyeshadow brightener. Although I will say that this eyeshadow brightener, and I'll show you guys, it kind of changes the tone of your eyeshadow sometimes. So that's why I don't always like to use it. So I'm just going to use this green color as a base / eyeshadow primer today. And it's going to make the color that I'm wearing that much more vibrant. This week, I just really wanted to show you guys different ways to get your shadows to pop. And the number one key is to get a base that is the same color of your primary eyeshadow that you're going to use on your lid. Okay, after that is done, it's time for the transition color. The transition color, unfortunately, is by MAC. However, unfortunately, I don't remember the name of it, but it's this color right here. Using my MAC 224 brush, making sure it's clean. Right in the crease, back and forth windshield wiper motion. It might be. Yes. Yes, I can upload it. I was trying to respond to you on Instagram, Jennifer, but I don't know what was going on. I couldn't find you on my Instagram, like when I wanted to tag you and respond. And then I said, you know what, I'll just respond to her tomorrow. But I will post yesterday's scope on my YouTube for sure. Okay, after the transition color is on, did I use this color? No. Okay, after the transition color is on, I'm just taking this lighter shade right here, and I'm going to the outer edge of the transition color. So it's a nice gradient of brown. After that is done, I'm going to move on to the actual lid color, which is called Fringe by Urban Decay in the electric palette. So this color right here. Using the brush that comes in the palette, I'm just going to pat that color on the entire lid. Whenever I use the Urban Decay palette, I just really always use their brush. It just picks it up better, and why not? I feel like the reason why Urban Decay palettes are so expensive is you're actually paying for the packaging of the eyeshadows, the eyeshadow palette, because the packaging is really nice. Like, this palette is very durable, and the brush is really good. Thanks, Dominique. And I'm building up the color slowly, so I can make it as vibrant as possible, but making sure that I'm in control of how vibrant it is by doing a little bit at a time. Packaging does cost more than the product. Quick little story about MAC's eyeshadows. So if you go online, you can just buy the actual paint pot, like the foil, not paint pot, the actual foil pot without the little clam packaging. They call it a clam packaging, and it's $6. If you buy MAC's eyeshadow that way, it is $6 versus the $13 that it is with the packaging. So what I did, I missed it. What did Chloe say? I missed it. So what I did is I bought all of these colors right here. All of these colors were $6. And you go online, and that's how you purchase them. Oh, congrats, Chloe. That's exciting. Congrats. Yeah, so it's $6. And then what I did was I bought this Z palette online, which I will be putting in my makeup store. The MAC website, sorry. So if you go to the MAC website, they have options where you can buy the foils, buy the eyeshadows without the packaging for $6. And then I bought this right here, this Z palette, and I put them in here. And that, to me, I was like, okay, now I will buy more MAC eyeshadows because that was a good price. Okay, so using a fluffy angled brush, and this is a no-name brand. I don't even know what where I got this one from. I'm going to take Carbon by MAC, which is just black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to define that crease even more. And I'm only in the crease and around the outer corner of the lid. And as I'm doing this, I'm just making sure I stay in the actual crease. I am bringing it all the way in to the other side. No, you're not that late. What I've been doing is I've been doing majority of my face off camera before I wake up to make it even start. Yes, I'm putting the Z palette in the store along with the actual magnetic stickers that go on the bottom of the palettes, because this is magnetized, so that when you put the palette on there, it sticks, like none of this is coming out, and then it's easier to remove. Like, you can just, when I run out of one of these colors, I can just pick it up and throw it away. So I will do that, and then I am going to show you guys how to depot your current MAC eyeshadows. If you, really any eyeshadow, it doesn't just have to be MAC, it can be NYX, it can be any eyeshadow that comes in packaging, but maybe you have too many of them and you want to condense them into a palette. Because I find that my single eyeshadows I use less than my palettes because I can see what colors I'm using all at one time. So anyways, I'll show you guys how to depot, and I will put that in the makeup store today. Okay, so I'm gonna just build that color a little bit more. Chloe, what position is it? Is it for planning, event planning, or something else? Okay, now at the outer corner, I'm just going to bring it in a little bit, just a smidge, just to create a little bit of dimension in the look. Then using the 224 brush by MAC, blending brush. Nice, that's awesome, congrats to you. Without any product on the brush, I'm just blending the outer edge of the black eyeshadow. Practice makes perfect. You can, practice definitely makes perfect when it comes to eyeshadow. Just try different looks. Keep it simple. I'll do a basic eyeshadow look for you next week to show you how you can just do it with 2 colors, and then eventually you can add 3 colors and 4 colors in your eyeshadow looks. And then really the key to eyeshadow is blending. Blending is key. And then when you get to more advanced looks, you can do, you know, 4 and cut creases, 4 eyeshadows, cut creases, all that. But in the beginning, all you have to do is keep it simple and blend. Yeah, spotlights and stuff, absolutely right. Okay, after that is blended, just the outer edge, because you want it to be a gradient. You want it to fade from blue to black to your transition color and then to your natural skin tone. The next step is the under eye. So for my under eye, I did go back to Besto by, Besto by ColourPop, the gel eyeliner. And I am going to put that underneath. And Besto is brown, and I've been using it all week. And the reason why I'm using this is it's going to be my base, and then I'm going to put a little bit of a black eyeshadow underneath the eye. And this is going on the entire bottom lid. And then in my inner waterline, I'm using a black eyeliner. You guys are funny with food this early in the morning. You guys will talk about chicken at any time. Okay, now going to Carbon. I'm using this stiff flat brush. This is from Coastal Scents, but it's kind of like, it's square and it's super stiff. Like, it does not bend at all. And I'm just going to tap it as close to the waterline as possible. It's really close to my lash line, not waterline. So it's not in the waterline, it's just underneath your lash line. And that's it for that. Leave that alone. That's all done, the bottom line. Now it's time for the wing eyeliner. As usual, starting off with the Bobbi Brown Black Ink. Too funny. Coming a little bit closer so you guys can see. Starting from the center. Yes, the liquid liner, if you're at the grocery store or if you're at Walmart, just pick up whatever liquid eyeliner brand they have. It really doesn't have to be brand specific.